Hi, hello friends. This is Kartishwari from Unique Institute of Fashion Designing, Tirunelveli. I'm a Fevicryl expert tutor. In this section, I'm going to teach you about a sharpener holder. This kind of sharpener holder. This kind. So, first I'm going to tell you what are the materials required. Mouldit clay, Fevicryl Mouldit clay, talcum powder, bottle. You can use whatever bottle you have. You can use acrylic bottle or any other bottle, whatever bottle you have. Then acrylic paint of any colors. Then Fevi art brushes. So these are the material required for making this wonderful sharpener holder. So now I am going to start the section. So now I am using Fevicryl Mouldit. So this is a type of clay which is permanent clay. So in this packet there will be two components. One is resin and one is hardener. You have to mix both the component. So when you open the packet, one type of clay will be a little bit grey color and the other will be pure white. This is a little bit clay and the other will be pure white. You have to mix both the component. So before mixing, you can apply some talcum powder in your hand because the clay is a little bit sticky. So I am just mixing the clay like this. You have to mix the clay completely. See, when your clay is little bit mixed, it will get a marble effect clay like this. This is not the correct proportion. You have to mix it properly. Only then the clay will be ready for making anything. And once the clay is ready, it will get dried in half an hour. So before that, you have to do whatever project you have taken. If the clay texture is like this, that is, if it is marble effect, it will not dry. So you have to mix it properly. So this is the easy way of mixing. You can mix the clay properly. So with this clay you can make as many projects you can. In previous section I have taught some fridge magnets with this clay. So many number of projects can be made using this clay. So this molded clay is very user friendly. It is easily available in all markets. So you can use these types of clay. You have to mix it thoroughly. So my clay is almost mixed. See here? It's white. So once the clay is mixed, it will have some heat. It will evaporate some heat. Okay? Which means that your clay is ready. So mine is ready. So now just shredding powder in my hand and I am taking a bottle. I have choose this bottle. You can take whatever bottle you want. The thing is you have to see that the lid is also available and the sharpener must be fixed inside the lid so that you can take a little bit bigger size bottle so that the sharpener get fixed into it. If you else you can take small size sharpener. Okay. Now I am going to work with the clay. Okay. So now I just spread the talcum powder over the work area. Now I am just keeping the clay over here and I'm taking a roller and rolling it like this. You can even take chapati roller and roll it like this. Make it flat. You should make it flat. It can be thin. It can be very thin. We are just going to cover the bottle, so it can be very thin. So I have just taken a very thin layer of clay. See here. Now I am just applying fabric glue over the bottle. I am just applying the fabric glue over the bottle and just covering the bottle with the clay. Make sure that you are not covering here the thread area where your lid has to be placed. You should not cover that. Other than that, you have to cover the whole part. The remaining clay, you can just take it off. You can just cut it off like this. You can just smooth it and make it even. Okay. For that you can use talcum powder and smooth this. You can just take talcum powder and just smooth the area. So the project which you are choosing is up to you. That is whatever project you can choose. And just cover the bottle with the clay. Now I am just smoothing the layer. Since it's a round bottle, there may be some air inside, there may be ups and downs. So I am just smoothing it with the talcum powder. And if you have your fingerprints on the clay, it will also vanish. So you have to do all over the area. Now this part is over. Now I have taken the lid. So first in the lid you have to make a hole inside like this. So why I have made this hole is you have to fix the sharpener inside like this. You have to fix the sharpener inside like this. The hole which you have made should match the sharpener hole. In sharpener you will have hole right like this, right? So that hole and the hole which you have made in the lid should match. You have to fix it like this. So that you have to make the hole and you have to insert the pencil like this and you can sharp like this. Okay. So that you have to make the hole and you have to fix the sharpener here. You can fix the sharpener later too, but make the hole at the first itself. You have to make the hole. If this is a plastic or aluminium, you can make you can easily drill the hole with your any sharp edges like screwdriver or else. You can take some heat substances and you can make hole. That is up to you. You can make however the hole, but make sure that the hole size should be the size of the sharpener hole. So that you have to notice. If you make hole with a pencil, it will be very accurate because that is what you are going to insert. So that will be very accurate. Okay. Now I am just taking the leftover clay like this. I am just taking the leftover clay and just covering the lid separately. Here also you should apply fabric glue or A+, whatever glue you have. You can apply it all over and just cover the bottle lid. So the layer under the layer you can also cover. If you need not, that is up to you. You can also cover this area also. If you are not interested, you can leave it as it is. Because anyway, if you cover this also, you have to make the hole here, right? So I am just going to leave it as it is. I am just covering the side part alone. Now I am just polishing it with the powder, talcum powder. And make sure that the clay is not inside, because you have to close the bottle like this. You have to close the bottle like this. So you should not apply clay on the thread area. Just smooth the lid area like this. Now I have little amount of clay left over. See, after doing this, you just try to close the bottle like this. Okay, you should not apply clay over the thread area. So only then it will get closed like this. Okay, so leave it as it is, and then you can later you can close that. Just I am taking the leftover clay. So here you can do whatever shapes you want. So this is the basic thing what you have to do, and then later you can do whatever you want. Here I have just kept the eyes, nose, mouth and the head part here, and here I have just kept the house, like house. I have kept door and windows over the side part. So you can, that is up to you. You can do whatever shades or size or creatures you want. Okay. So now I am just, so this part is ready, and I am just going to make the head part alone. So for that I am just rolling the clay. I am taking, I have taken some other clay also, and I am just rolling the clay like this. And first I am making the ball, a big size ball. Okay. Now I take it. This is a one full packet of clay. Okay. So with this clay I am just rolling it and tapering at one end. So you get a teardrop shape like this. Okay. Now I am just fixing it like here, over here. I am just fixing it here and just spreading it. Okay. When the clay is new, that is fresh, you can stick it directly. If not, you have to apply some fabric glue or A+ to it. So I am just giving a polish with powder. So just I have made like this. Okay. Now the detailing part I am just going to give with the scale. Just with my scale I am just going to give a detail part. Okay. So I am going to do a house. Okay. For that I am just going to give the bricks like this. So I am going to give a brick effect. Before that I am just going to give the door. Okay. For the door I am just giving, okay, and then like this. Okay. I'm just cutting it with the scale only. So here you can also make it some bend. For that you can take a round shape or anything else for giving the shapes. I'm just using the fabric glue bottle cap for giving the shape. You can use whatever thing you have to give the shapes. Now I'm just going to give the cut over the bottle like this. It need not be a very definite shape. It can be zigzag. Okay. Now I'm just giving a horizontal lines. So when you do it carefully, because your handprints also will be pressed over there, so that you should give a powder polish, that is you should smooth it with their talcum powder like this, so that you will not have your fingerprint over the clay. So in each part you have to okay. So now for this part I am just going to give with the cap of the fabric glue, just I am going to give the impression like this. You can give whatever impressions you want. I am just trying the new. It will give a good effect. So this is very easy to do. This is a very good technique. See here. Without any without any professional tools, simply with the cap of the fabric glue I have just made like this. This will look very nice once it get painted. So I am just doing it till the top. I am making the top little bit sharp. See here. Okay, so now let it dry, and once it get dried we will start painting. So for the cap also I am just giving the impression. I am just giving the cut over the cap. Like this. Okay. So now we will wait for 2 minutes, let the clay dry, and then we will start working. Now I am going to start giving the paint. So I am using my black acrylic color. So first I am going to give the black acrylic color all over the area. So you have to give all over the area, even the gaps, everything should be filled in. So make sure that you have given some impressions. In between that also your paint must be applied over, filled there. You should apply the paint over there also. So you have to apply completely. So for painting you should be patient. You should let the color to dry, and then you can start giving the other color. So even the cap also I am doing the same thing. So for this also, this part also you can just color for the base. Also you can color. Okay. So I have done this. Now I am going to show another technique. I am just taking my red paint, red acrylic color. So you have to use the brush. So now I am taking my flat brush and just loading the red acrylic paint and just load it. Now I am just giving the paint over like this. I am just dapping it like this. You can use any color. This is the this one I have chosen. You can use any color of your choice. I am just coloring the whole area with this. So I've used black color and my black color is dried almost 50%. So then I'm just taking red color and just dapping it over there. It will give a good look. You can also use bronze color and pearl metallic colors, rust colors for this. Okay. Now I am just taking the other brush and just giving the red over here. All your impressions will be shown once the clays get dried. It will give you a detailed effect. It will be shown very clearly. Make sure that the clay gets dried properly, because when you are coloring the shape may change. So make sure that you cover the whole area. So this is like something like castle. So the other thing is the color should be spread. It should not be clumped like somewhere. So I am just spreading it all over. See, with this color I am just bringing it over till the top. I am just giving like this, a gentle touch, so that the color gets merged and looks similar all over. See, I am just giving all over the area. So when black plus red, it gives a good brown color. a dark brown, but the black should be dried 50%. Only then you will get a good finishing work. See? Okay. Now you can give it for your cap lid also. The same thing. For the lid also. Okay. Now let it dry. We will give the other detailed work later. So now I am just going to give the detailed work here in this area. I am just using my outliner. And just filling this part. It will give a good look. So now I have given the outliner for the dough alone. You can fix your sharpener in the lid part. You can fix the sharpener in the lid part using our A+ or any other Fevibond or fabric glue, anything. With anything you can fix it here, and just you can close the bottle. Okay. So it has to dry. I will show it here. So like this you can open it. Okay. Here in this part you can fix the sharpener and you can use it. I hope you all enjoyed this section and try this at home. This will be very useful for kids. You will really enjoy this, and I hope everyone is watching and everyone are eagerly waiting for the next model also. So we will meet soon. Thank you.